We like to acknowledge the Gubbi Gubbi people as the traditional custodians of the land which we learn, play and grow here in Moreton Bay. We pay our respects to the elders past and present and to the young learners of today. We thank the Gubbi Gubbi people for sharing their beautiful land, their culture and their stories with us. May we walk together with care, kindness and respect for the country and all living things.
Before we begin, I will quickly introduce you to our lovely Year 1 teaching team. So we have Miss Macefield, Miss Bowering, Miss Pole, Miss Cooper and Miss Nowens.
The arts have been around since the beginning of time. They have played a vital role within societies all around the world, being used for communication and expression through dance, music and paintings. With art being an integral part of society, it is vital that we provide students with a quality arts education to ensure that they have ample opportunity to engage with the world around them. Quality arts education provides students with the skills to express themselves creatively and the ability to reflect on their own and others' artwork within a safe learning environment. When running an arts lesson, providing little context and allowing students to freely express their understanding of the topic provides an opportunity to reflect on what the children take from each lesson. This can also allow a chance for students to use their critical thinking skills by having them consider what they learnt, how they should express this through different formats, and solving problems that they come across throughout this process. Quality arts education should also teach students about how to behave in an audience and provide constructive feedback on an appropriate manner. Students understanding the difference between appropriate and inappropriate feedback allows the teacher to create an environment with all of their students to feel safe to engage, explore, create, and perform. There are many ways for not only teachers, but parents, schools, and the wider community to encourage quality arts education. Parents can attend live performances and galleries with their child, as well as communicating with their teachers on ways to incorporate arts making at home. Teachers can offer a range of mediums for students to express themselves and should stay up to date on the curriculum, school policies, and the latest research into arts education. Schools should provide professional development for teachers to undertake and provide opportunities for children to create, observe, and present their artwork with incursions, excursions, and student art shows. Communities often hold art shows as well as art workshops. Some also have community galleries and community art projects that you can participate in.
The curriculum is split into two parts, so Year 1s and Year 2s are combined. So when looking at the curriculum for the arts, by the end of Year 2, your children should be able to identify where they can experience the arts. They can describe when, where, or how people across different cultures, communities, and other content experience of the arts. Your child should be able to demonstrate the arts practice skills across all subjects of arts, drama, media, visual arts, as well as dance and music. They will also provide their artworks in a different range of forms as they showcase their work in a formal setting. As educators, we understand that the arts is not only for creative expression, but is also a powerful tool for cultural learning, emotional development, and connection. The arts encourages students to explore, respond, create, and present it across the 5 art strands, which is visual and media arts, dance, drama, and music. Creating opportunities for students to explore the arts helps students to develop critical and creative thinking, collaborative meaningfully, and express their understanding. This term, Year 1s will reflect a deep connection on how the arts will foster an inclusive, respectful, and imaginative learning environment where students is empowered to create, communicate, and connect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. When completing the arts, there are 2 cross-curriculums that we will be looking into for Year 1s. So, the cross-curriculum that we are looking into is the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. So incorporating the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander into the arts allows the students to enrich their cultural understanding, as well as students will explore the Indigenous music, dance, and visual storytelling. This also allows students to gain insights into the First Nations knowledge, as well as the connection to the country and the role of sustaining a cultural identity. Another one that we look into for year ones is the sustainability curriculum. It allows the students to encourage to use natural resources and recyclable materials in their artworks, as well as creating group projects. And it also allows the students to foster care and empathy for the world around them.
Imagination is not just a fictional escape, it can be used as a vital tool that fosters creative thinking. Through imaginative play and interaction, students can develop essential skills that enhance their learning experiences. This is particularly evident in play-based learning, where students engage in elaborative and hands-on activities, allowing them to develop a deeper understanding of the world around them. Inquiry-based learning is a student-centered approach that emphasizes the importance of discovery. By encouraging students to investigate and problem solve, it opens the door to open discussion that nurtures curiosity and a desire for knowledge. The early years learning framework highlights the interconnectedness of physical, emotional, social, and cognitive development. It teaches us that art can be a language of expression, enabling students to contribute their thoughts and feelings through the elements and principles of art. Another significant approach is the Reggio-Emilia philosophy, which emphasizes child-centered learning and engages exploration through artistic expression. This method recognizes the child as an active principle in their own learning, promoting collaboration and communication among their peers while fostering an appropriate appreciation for the arts. Art education is often hindered by various ineffective approaches. The cookie-cutter method promotes consistency, prioritizing uniformity over individual creativity. This allows the teacher to give one set of instructions for the students to follow, resulting in the artwork looking the same. The busy work approach undervalues art by treating it as an afterthought, lacking meaningful instructions. This allows students to have some downtime after completing tasks. An example includes drawing or colouring in after completing a quiz or set task. The handmaiden approach reduces art to a means of supporting other subjects, avoiding its intrinsic value. This gives students the opportunity to bring art into other subjects like drawing and labelling in science. The smorgasbord method, while promoting variety, often lacks structure and clear objectives, resulting in chaotic learning. Lastly, the showcase approach emphasizes perfection in final products, which can create undue pressure and detract from the vital learning processes fundamentally in artistic exploration. This allows students to display their work for others to view and enjoy.
Today we want to share why it's so important for your child to participate in not just an arts program, but in an authentic arts program. Research consistently shows the benefits of arts education, highlighting its vital role in fostering creativity, enhancing academic performance, and promoting social-emotional development. At the heart of an authentic arts program is where students engage with the arts through real-world contexts, not just learning techniques or facts, but participating deeply in the creative processes. This hands-on, open-ended approach encourages children to invent, make, connect, and reflect the 4 core artistic learning processes that guide our practice. Invent supports imaginative thinking and creative exploration. Make builds practical art-making skills and techniques. Connect helps students relate their work to the wider world of art and culture. And reflect offers space for students to consider what they've created, how they did it, and why it matters. So why include the arts in our school? Because the benefits are huge. Through engagement in authentic arts experiences, students develop vital 21st century skills like problem solving, collaboration, communication, and creative thinking. Arts education also supports and enhances learning in other learning areas, helping kids make meaningful connections across subjects. It makes learning more engaging and relevant to their lives, and most importantly, it gives them the freedom to be their creative selves.
So what can you expect to see your students doing in the Year 1 arts classroom? In visual arts, students will explore using various materials, both traditional and found materials, to illustrate an original idea. In dance, students will work in small groups to create small dance sequences which tell a story inspired by First Nations cultures. In music, students will experiment with sound and collaborate in small groups to produce songs using various traditional and untraditional instruments. In drama, students will collaboratively explore the elements of drama, such as voice and role, to represent an imagined scene. In media arts, students will use iPads to record video and audio and experiment with combining these to present a performance. As parents and carers, you can support your child in both arts making and arts responding at home. You can provide your student with the space to explore, create, and talk about art. You have the opportunity to build confidence in your child and help form a strong connection to arts and culture. Necessary skills such as empathy, observation, and cultural appreciation can also be fostered through the arts. There are many ways in which you can support your child. Encourage exploration with different materials. This includes traditional arts materials like paint and pencils, found materials like recycling and kitchen utensils, and natural materials such as flowers, sticks, or leaves. Engaging with natural materials encourages exploration, sustains thinking, and sparks the imagination. Create together with your child. Discuss artworks and prompt students with simple questions. You may have art around the house that you can talk about. Questions can be as simple as, what do you see and how does it make you feel? You may wish to share stories to inspire original ideas. These stories may be of friends, family, your culture, travel, or they may be well-known tales or storybooks. Visit local libraries, galleries, theatres, and community events if possible. Most local governments hold free community events for families. Most importantly, celebrate the enjoyment, effort, and growth that goes into arts making, rather than focusing solely on the final product. We have provided an attached handout which provides further detail on supporting your learners' art education at home. Thank you, that concludes our presentation.